Let's take a moment and we'll walk through the illumination and theme setting on the AVIC-5000NEX. There's a number of cool ways that we can change the way the system looks. We'll get there by touching the gears button here, and we'll go to our color palette here. Well, here we can change the background, illumination, theme, the clock, and the splash screen. That is the startup screen when you first fire up the vehicle. And we can use this button, once we've made changes, to export those changes to the SD card. We can move the SD card to another radio and install the same type of settings. So let's start off with our illumination settings. And illumination settings are the green buttons you see over on the side here. We can choose a number of different preset colors if we want. And this button out here on the end will scan through all of the available colors that the system can do and continuously scan. Right here is the scan button with the gears on it. This means we can adjust to a different color that we want to. Just drag the scrubber bar here to a different area and we can choose a different color. Or we can get a kind of precise adjustment using the arrow keys here. And we can use the bottom one here to make that green color that we've chosen a little bit lighter or a little bit darker. So we're going to pull that up and make it a nice light green color. And now I'm going to create a preset with that. So I'm going to press and hold this memo button for a couple of seconds till I hear the beep. Now that created that green color that we made as a preset. So now if I drag this around and choose a different color setting, I don't like that color anymore, I want to go back to the one that I created, touch the memo, and we're back to the green button, or the green color that we created. So we'll go back up. Next up is our theme menu. And under themes, we have groups of colors that are sort of preset groups of colors to change the way the system looks. And we have our home themes and AV themes. So we'll choose the home button and we can change to a different theme color. And once we've made those changes, you can see what they'll look like under AV as well. We can change our background. And again, we can change the background on the home screen and we can change the background on the AV screen. So we'll change the background on the home screen to this type of color, and we'll touch the apply button to make that happen. And we will go to our AV screen now, and we're going to change to, we have some motion images that we can change to if we want to do those. And if we want, we can import our own image. I've stored some photos, JPEG photos, on the SD card, and if I want, I can choose one of those photos, and that will show up as my background image, and you can see that background image shows here as well. I also have a spectrum analyzer that I can work with. The spectrum analyzer has to have volume applied to it before you'll see the lights reacting to the music. And by the way, if you don't want to do any of this stuff, you can switch all the background information off and have a very simple screen. Right now, we're going to choose a background image like this, and we'll click the apply button to make that all take place. We can also make some changes to the clock. This isn't where we set the clock, but this is where we change the look of the clock on the screen. If you have another clock in your vehicle and you don't want a clock on this screen, you can choose to switch the clock setting off. For right now, we'll choose right here. And you can hit the X to escape.